Capcom recently announced Street Fighter 6 and I haven't been so excited for a game launch since the release of Dark Souls 2. And here's why. I like Street Fighter 5 and I've played the game just a bit. We can argue all day about whether or not the gameplay of SF5 is fun and interesting, but one thing is for certain. The game was very barebone at launch. So if you aren't interested in competing against other players online or leveling up your skills, there isn't very much to do in the way of single-player content. There are combo trials and a frankly very frustrating survival mode. That's it. No progression, no story mode, no arcade mode. It was easy for the casual audience to quickly lose interest in the game and move on. Capcom seems to have remedied that and gave Street Fighter V 3 major game modes. Fighting Ground, which is all your usual SF5 content. Battle Hub, not much is known about it yet, but it looks like a virtual place for players to hang out. Metaverse. And lastly, World Tour, which is a single-player story mode, and kinda looks like Shenmue at first glance. Regardless, the crucial thing is that casual players now have plenty to do in the game. Cultivating a casual audience is very important because each casual player has the potential to become a more competitive player and grow the fighting game community as a whole. Some people might say looks aren't important in a fighting game, but I believe many people got into games like Dragon Ball FighterZ and Guilty Gear Strive precisely because of how pretty looking they are. Street Fighter V is a great looking game that holds up well visually even 6 years after its release. Well, besides Ken's banana hair and Sakura's old face. I'm sorry you had to see that. Street Fighter 6 looks amazing at the moment. The characters appear more realistic whilst retaining their cartoonish style. The effects are striking and unique. The movement is fluid and every character interaction has a certain impact to it. Street Fighter 6 just seems like a proper evolution when it comes to fighting game graphics. Here's an example. Until now, every character in most fighting games have 2 to 3 standard block animations. Stand block, crouch block, and sometimes air block. But if you look closely at the SF6 trailers, you will notice that characters seems to have different block animations depending on the opponent's attack. Notice how Chun-Li's hands are in different positions while she's blocking different hits of the same attack. This may be a small detail, but it really elevates the game visuals to the next level. Now, don't worry, I'm not going to get into politics on this channel. By CCP, I mean Capcom's communication policy. Don't get me wrong, Capcom has been doing a lot of things right with SF5 in recent times, for instance with their summer and winter updates, giving fans quite a lot to be excited about. But in the first few years of SF5's existence, players had to wait months and months on end to even get a sliver of new information or a glimpse at a new character. For SF6, Capcom dropped not 1 but 2 gameplay trailers at the same time, and updated their website with important information such as game mechanics and control options. Since then, the company has also been dropping bits and bobs of new information on the website and social media. The amount of information reviewed really shows that Capcom is confident about SF6 as a product this time around. It also gives me hope that they will continue to actively communicate and engage with the community after the game's release. There are some other things worth mentioning. The simplified modern control option will be great for people who just want to play the game casually. The game is also coming to Xbox Series console, meaning it can reach a bigger audience, but I really hope there's crossplay and good rollback netcode. Capcom seems to have tried too hard pushing SF5 as an esports game, focusing too hard on the competitive aspect. With Street Fighter 6, I feel like Capcom is positioning the game first and foremost as a fun experience for competitive and casual players alike. Anyway, that's all my thoughts about Street Fighter 6 for now. I hope the game turns out well and we'll be talking more about it in future. Let me know what you think about the game's review or fighting games in general. Thank you for watching this video to the very end. If you have enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. I really appreciate that. Thank you once again and see you next time.